Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We're working on Othello and we get to hear from Iago in what the folio calls Act 2, Scene 2, but other versions call Act 2, Scene 3 because other versions took just the herald saying, hey, everybody, we don't have to fight a war anymore. So Othello says, have a party to celebrate the fact that we're in Cyprus and we don't have to fight a war, and he just got married. So cool. Have at it, do what you want to do between 5 and 11, and that'll be fun. So other versions consider yesterday's monologue to be Act 2, Scene 2, and then they put a lot of the rest of this in Act 2, Scene 3, but in the folio it's all still Act 2, Scene 2, so whatever that's worth. This bit of it continues on with Iago talking to Cassio because, everybody's having fun. This is a party, and Iago is trying to get Cassio to have a drink with him because part of his plan, remember, is to get Rodrigo to get Cassio into a fight, so then Cassio will fall in Othello's estimation and maybe he won't be able to be lieutenant anymore, that kind of a thing. So he wants to set Cassio up, and he figures if Cassio is drunk, then he's more likely to fly off the handle and lose his temper, that sort of thing. But Cassio's trying to be good about it. He's trying to be responsible because he knows that he's going to be on watch tonight. So Iago's like, oh, let's have a drink and celebrate. And Cassio's like, no, I can't do it. And Iago gets to have this little aside where he says, if I can fasten but one cup upon him with that which he hath drunk tonight already, he'll be as full of quarrel and offense as my young mistress dog. Now my sick fool Rodrigo, whom love hath turned almost the wrong side out, to Desdemona hath tonight caroused, potations pottle deep, and he's to watch. 3 else of Cyprus, noble swelling spirits that hold their honors in wary distance, the very elements of this warlike isle, have I tonight flustered with flowing cups, and they watch too. Now, mongst this flock of drunkards, am I put to our Cassio in some action that may offend the isle? But here they come. If consequence do but approve my dream, my boat sails freely, both with wind and stream. So what he's talking about here is just that he wants to get everybody drunk. He wants to get Cassio drunk. He wants to get Rodrigo drunk. He's already gotten 3 other people from Cyprus drunk because he figures if everybody's drunk, just a bunch of men, when the time that Rodrigo comes in to poke the bear, it'll work and Cassio will fly off the handle. And then Cassio and Montano and some other people come in and he's like, here we go, here goes nothing. So he manages to get Cassio to have a couple of drinks, and Cassio gets very drunk very fast, even though he doesn't think that he's drunk at all. And Rodrigo comes in, and Cassio kind of leaves the stage, and Rodrigo kind of goes after him. And then just a minute later, Rodrigo comes back in, and Cassio is flying after him and so angry. So we don't really get to know what it was that broke the camel's back that made Cassio so angry, at least not yet. But he comes back in and he's wanting to kill Rodrigo or beat him half to death, that sort of a thing. And they start to get into a brawl, and Montano comes into it because, keep in mind at this point, everybody's drunk. Montano gets into it, so then he and Cassio start to brawl, and Cassio wounds Montano really badly, if not fatally. And they're like, what is going? And finally, an alarm bell sounds, and then Othello has to come in and break everything up. Othello, who had gone off with Desdemona to finally consummate their marriage, he has to come back and deal with all of this stuff. So tomorrow we'll get to hear how he handles this whole brawl that Iago has staged to be part of his plan. So I'll see you tomorrow for that.